spooked me when I walked in. I was like, oh, I'm in for a nap.
Oh, usually not. I don't know where the other one is. He was in the candy dish. Oh, he's behind you.
Oh, there he is.
Cute. Okay, guys. You want to start? Let me know what you want to do.
Oh yeah,
Start
you're
with
good. You
the
just
tour.
do your
Just
thing.
Just as if I was doing a tour for anybody. All right. My name is Mary, and I'm going to be your host today. I leave at 8 o'clock, so you guys are on your own after that. To let you know, Jess will be here tomorrow morning around 8:30. Make sure you're all up, ready to go, and out the door. Okay? Sound good?
Perfect.
All right. The house was built in 1875 by Sylvester Knowlton Pierce. He actually owned the furniture factory that's across the street, Standard Chair, but it used to be the S.K. Pierce factory. He started working there when he was 14 years old, right up until the day he died in 1888. He was one of the richest men in Gardner at the time that he passed away. He built this house for his wife, Susan. She was the love of his life. There was a small house here before. He had it picked up, put on logs, and he rolled it down the street, and it's still 3 houses down on the same side. Right, they added to it. It's kind of like one of those houses that have like this in the front, like we drew when we were in 2nd grade, you know, like that. So, sorry. But he built the house for the love of his life, like I said. Together they had one son, they had Frank. Mrs. Pierce passed away 2 weeks after the house was finished, upstairs in the red room. She had like some sort of bacterial infection that could have been prevented with antibiotics if we had them back then. Pretty sad. He waited the mourning period about a year, and then he met and married his second wife, Ellen. And they had 2 kids together, Stuart and Edward. Ellen's 25 years younger than him. Didn't go over very well with his son Frank because they're the same age. Ouch.
Oof.
Yeah, right. I'll show you some pictures when we get in the other room. The house is 4 floors, 6,661 square feet. He got that one in there, you know, for I don't have any curses or anything. I think it's too late. Right? It's 4 floors, like I said, 21 rooms. There's 2 parlors, 2 pantries, an ice chest, 6 staircases, which you guys feel free to use all of them. All right. 2 water cisterns, one on the 3rd floor, one in the basement. There's actually 2 pantries over here, the butler's pantry, the cook's pantry. What else? 4 fireplaces, all original to the house. One of them is marble, the other 3 is slate. He gave the marble one to his wife, his first wife, because like I said, she was everything to him until she passed away. This is the room that had to have the most renovations. It was horrible. The ceiling was coming down. We could see into the basement. It was just plywood. It was so cold in this house before it was refinished. They were the previous owners. You guys know that there's new owners as of 2 months ago. Previous owners, Rob and Allison Conti. They redid the house because they wanted to make it a bed and breakfast, and it never fructiated for them, which is sad. That's why this is all upgraded appliances, dishwasher, refrigerators that you're going to go through the house, okay? Let's go this way. I'm going to start. There's 2 entrances to the house. This is the servant's entrance, and his entrance is on the other side. We never use that entrance because that's his entrance. These doors are 200 pounds apiece. They're oh my God, so you can't remember. They're 10 feet and they're 2 inches thick. It is a Freemason's house, so you're going to see a lot of Freemason symbols as we're going around the house. All right. Like I said, push it, lock it. Okay. There we go. Let's go this way. Oh, it is toasty in this room, isn't it? Ooh, watch yourself. I'm good. Now you can have black and blue. Right? This is the men's parlor. This is Mr. Pierce's parlor. Feel free to touch the wallpaper. It is fuzzy. All right. The wallpaper is new. It's about 7 years old.
Getting the Greek.
It's pretty cool, right?
Struck it very well.
More upstairs like that. This is his parlor right here. Her parlor is next door over here. All the woodwork that you see in the house is original except for this floor. His bedroom upstairs. There was a leak on the 3rd floor about 20 years ago. Nobody knew about it, and it leaked through and it stayed like that for quite a while. So we had to replace a couple of floors, okay? The woodwork in here is all original also. Just to let you guys know also you are going to be on camera. I hope you guys don't mind. I will unplug the bedroom one and his bedroom one to make sure that somebody sleeps in there, all right? Some famous people that stayed here, guys. We have Barnum Bailey Circus, Bailey. He came here all the time. These are the people I'm going to mention are also Freemasons because it is a Freemason's house. Betty Davis was an Eastern Star. She went to Cushing Academy over here in Ashburnham, and she was born and raised in Lowell, Mass. Calvin Coolidge, when he was a senator, came here all the time to visit the Pierces. When he became president, no more. I'm assuming it was because of security. Minnesota Fats, he was a pool shark in the 1800s and early 1900s. You play against him, he'll steal your shirt. He was so good. Norman Rockwell painted upstairs on the 3rd floor. Some of his paintings are in Gardner and in Winchendon. All right, some of the spooky stuff I'm going to talk about. You guys know about the bone that was found in the basement? All right. I started working here 14 years ago, almost 15 years ago, when Edwin and Lillian owned the house. That's kind of what my story is going to be based on telling you guys, okay? When they bought the house in 08, they didn't move until 09. Are you guys from around here, first of all? Yeah?
Yep.
Kinda?
An hour and a half away, but Massachusetts.
Okay, we had an ice storm out here in 08, and it just crippled us for like 3 weeks. They bought this house the day before the ice storm. So they couldn't come out here, couldn't move in, a lot of damage and stuff out this way. So they bought it in 08, they moved in 09. They are night people, they do not get up during the day that much. So they wake up 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But when they were sleeping one day, something actually woke Lillian up, told her to get up, get dressed, and go downstairs in the basement. So that's what she did, she went downstairs. He slept till like noon. He wakes up and she's not in bed and he's thinking she must have a doctor's appointment or something. So he goes to work. He works from home for Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Above the kitchen is the nursery, that was his office. He's working away, and then he looks out the window where we're all parked over there, and he sees their car is back. And he's like, oh, she must be back. He walks through the house, and he finds her in the basement, and she's filthy, from head to foot filthy. And he looks at her and says, what are you doing? She said, get the hell out of here. He's like, fine, fine. So he goes back upstairs, he starts working again. Hey, I'm going to swear a little bit, okay? That's them. Okay? Goes back upstairs, starts working again. Hour later, she comes up, and in her hand, right here, she's holding a bone. He says, oh my God, where did you get that? She said she dug it up downstairs in the kiln, which I'll bring you guys to. And a few days later, he was going to Hayward Hospital in Gardner for a physical. He brought the bone with him. Brought the bone with him and showed his doctor, and the doctor, same thing. Where did you get that? He said, my wife dug it up in our basement. He said, can I borrow that for a minute? I'm going to show a couple colleagues. Showed a couple colleagues. All the doctors did concur that it is a female pelvic bone to a 16-year-old. He brought it home the next day. Garden cops were at the door. Detectives, police officers, everybody coming in. They wanted to know, who did you murder? Well, we know they didn't murder anybody. So they took the bone, and we haven't seen it since. But then we found another bone. When we opened up legally in 2022 for tours and investigations with Robin Alciconti, we had to close the basement down for a week to put French drains in because it was water down there. Closed the basement down. On Tuesday of that day, of that week rather, I got a phone call from the people working downstairs. They said, can you get up here? I need to talk to you. I come up and they're pointing to a bucket that's on the floor and they're like, what is that in that bucket? I reached in the bucket and it's actually a bone. It's like about this long, skinny. I'm like, it's a bone. He goes, yeah. We found it over by the tunnel downstairs when they were digging the French drains. And okay, so I actually took it with me. I had it in my car for like a week. And my husband's like, get it out of the car, Marian. So I brought it up into the house just for a week. And he's like, get it out of the dining room. So I put it in a box, in bubble wrap. I sent it to the owner at the time, Rob, and I did not tell him it was coming. His son's birthday was that week. He thought it was something from Amazon. Until he opened it up and it rolled out on the desk. He's like, Jesus Christ, Marian. So he has the bone, but the police department actually called me on my birthday last year, like, Marian, where's the bone? Like, how do you know about that bone? He says, because we watch YouTube and we saw you talking about it. I'm like, I didn't know you guys watch YouTube.
Found out.
Yeah.
Can't get away with
so
anything.
They wanted the bone. I don't have it. I was totally honest with him. I do not have it. So they can go after Rob for it. Rob says he doesn't have it. I did call him the other day. He said, do you have it? He said, I think so. I said, can I have it back? So he's going to send it to me.
Nice.
Edit that out. Because I'm actually going to put it in the shadow box just like this, and I'm going to leave it here for you guys to see. All right?
Nice.
It is a child's arm bone. Okay? All right. Let's go this way. Oh, no more pictures. I'm lying. I lied. All right. Fox 25 News was here. This is some sort of mist up on the 3rd floor. They peeked up in the attic, and they got this blue orb thing. I don't believe in orbs sometimes, but this is something that one of the paranormal teams took in here in 2001. It was in a mirror on the wall over there. They got a little girl and they got a little boy. The little girl is Rachel Pierce. She was 2 years old when she passed away in the house. It was Edward Pierce's daughter. She had the flu. She was born in 1914 and died in 1916. Another thing that could have been prevented. Gordon, right here, you can see him earlier this day. He drowned in the pond down the street over here. Don't know why he's here. We're assuming she called him in. Maybe she was bored. Maybe she wanted company. I don't know. This picture right here was taken at 12 o'clock in the afternoon during the day. My friend Tina took it. Up on the second floor landing. Can you see the little boy standing right here?
Yes.
You can see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, his face. He's actually looking towards you.
Yeah.
All right?
See it.
It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so please take lots of pictures when you guys are going around, okay? This picture right here is Mimi and Ken. They're the ones that did the renovations in the house. They're in the bathroom that you were just in. Or was it you? No, it was you.
It was me.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah,
She
tell her
said,
after.
let's do a, sorry. She said, let's do a selfie. So we took a picture, and down here in the corner, we had it blown up. It's Rachel. She's in the bathroom. Can
Ooh.
you see her? She's
Spooky.
Aw,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Girl.
I don't tell anybody. I wait for a few people to go in there. Then I like, ooh. Just so you know, people.
Where's the
Watching
female
me
solidarity?
Good to know.
I know, right?
Just that bathroom.
Well, as far as I know, that's what we caught her in. But there's 3 more bathrooms, so.
Maybe next time I use a different one.
This is Bridget. She's the floating lady. This is the one that Edward saw upstairs in the bedroom. I have a picture of on my phone that I caught when I was sitting on the 2nd floor. People on the 3rd floor like, oh my God, did you see that? I'm just taking pictures. And I have her floating down the staircase. I'll show you guys later. Okay, take pictures. I can't express that enough, okay? All right, that's that. Let's go this way.
Our pictures behind.
Oh my gosh.
Is video?
I'll show you pictures. Yeah, video too. Yeah.
Nice.
Come on in here. This is Mrs. Pierce's parlor. His first wife. You know, we made it for her.
Just gonna stand over here, away from the vent.
Yeah. Over here we have Mr. Pierce. And then we have his second wife, Ellen. We do not have any pictures of his first wife, which is a shame. And we don't have any pictures of 2 of the kids, Edward and Frank. But this together, this is their son, Stuart. You can see the age difference. This is the wedding picture. You can definitely see the age difference going on. I say lucky man because I think she's gorgeous. I have a picture of her that I got upstairs in Nino's room, which I'll show you guys. This is the marble fireplace right here. The other one's a slate. This is the one that they also waked everybody in. We didn't have funeral homes back then. So they laid the casket out there. Come in and pay your respects. You know, it is what it is. Floors are original in here. They're gorgeous. Over here is the original dumbwaiter's chair. As you can see, it's kind of dilapidated and stuff. But the guy that did the kitchen over for us rebuilt one right here. What it's supposed to look like. Kenny, the guy that did the house over, wanted to put this back in the dumbwaiter with the original rope, put a T-set on it, and let you guys play with it. From the basement all the way up. Right? But he passed away. We opened up on September 15th, 2022. He died a week later. So he did not get to see you guys, anybody enjoy his home that he just renovated. Which is a shame. He ended up having cancer. This is a lady's scarf that we found in the nanny's room wall. And a child's shirt we found over the kitchen sink. I do know that they used to stuff clothing and newspapers in walls. I'm hoping that's what it is, not a body, you know. But yeah, we found those in there. We have found other stuff too, but that's the stuff that's more put together, more, you know. All right. Please don't mind the Christmas trees. If you want, you can unplug everything later on if you feel like it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, let's get spooky.
Come on this way. You're gonna want to coat after because we're gonna go in the basement.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Behind you is Mr. Pierce's entrance. We never use it, like I said. That's his entrance right there. Been here 14 years. I might have opened that door, the outside door, 6 times. It's just because the screen door blew open. This lighting right here in the middle is the only original lighting in the house. These 2 big ones here are not original. It used to be gas operated and oil, and now it's electrified. That electrified about 6 years ago. Mr. Pierce was a chair maker, a woodworker. He literally carved this thing right out for his wife. It's gorgeous, right? There's a lion's face on this side. You see it up here, and there's one on the other side. You see the lion's face up there? This is a Freemason's house, like I said. They believed that lions were for protection. So we see those on the side for the entrance of the house. You're going to see a lot of other Freemason symbols above all the doorways. Now we're over to here. Right behind you. See the lady right here? This right here. Oh, hi. Yes, that is a lady. When Edward Pierce sold the house to Jay Stemmerman in the 60s, he passed away in 1974, and he left it to his only child, Jane. Left it to her. She didn't want it. She lived happily in Florida with her daughter and her husband, so she hired an auctioneer to come in to auction some stuff up and make some money. He ripped her off so bad. This one right here is the original lady. It is golden brass. That's not the original one right there. Inside that post right there was also the plans for the house, the blueprints for the house. He took those. He took every crystal chandelier that was in this house, took it all out. He took the $400,000 pool table that was up on the third floor. That's gone. In that room right there, there used to be roll top desks in there. He ripped them right out of the wall and took those. The nasty man. Karma will get him. I believe it.
Gosh. Yeah.
Right? Later on today, this is the portal. We had a shaman in here about 13, 14 years ago, and this is where the spirits are coming in out of. Please stand here. 1, 2, 3, 5 rungs up. Don't lean, don't touch. Just stand here and relax. You're gonna feel like you're on a ship. You're gonna feel start rocking. Pretty cool. If you had a dress on in the summertime, all of a sudden the dress is just going like that. It's pretty cool. Bathroom's right here if you need it. One of you use it. That's it. It works.
Can you confirm?
Oh, see, I didn't even tell you how to. Yeah, I figured it out. You pull the chain, hold it for 5 seconds, and let it go. As you can see, this is the dining room where Mr. Pierce owned the house. This was his dining room. He used to have a beautiful crystal chandelier here. His table was a big round table right here, and he sat right here on this chair. Underneath the rug right here is a place for a little nipple in the floor, a little button. When he sat here and had his guests around the table, he hits the button with his foot. Butler comes running out and sets up the salads. Hits it again, Butler comes running out, cleans up all the salad plates. He controlled the whole dinner with the little button that used to be on the floor right here. There's a hole right there now, as far as I know. And yeah, nobody knew what was going on except for Mr. Pierce and the butler. This is also the room that the little boy Gordon's been seen in. This window right here. I did shut the shades for you guys, okay? For privacy. This window right here, when Ed and Lil moved in 09, they were unpacking everything. The little boy that used to live next door in the, on the second floor was out in the yard playing. And in here, Gordon's in the window like, come on in, come on in. He's like, oh my God. He goes and tells his mother, the neighbors have a little boy, can we go see if we can play? They come to the door, knock on the door, Ed and Lil answer the door, and he says, can I play with your son? And they're like, we don't have any kids. He goes, yes you do. He's in the window and wants me to play. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have any kids. It's kind of bumming, but where you are kind of. He's also been seen in that window right there, waving to the people that are next door. He's waving away, then he disappears, and he's in the ladies' parlor within a second. And they're like, oh, and they're waving over there. Or he'll go from here to the third floor within a second. You can't do that. You guys know that. You can't do that. But they will drive up and they'll be like, there's somebody in the house. I'm like, there's nobody in the house. They do now believe that the house is haunted. All right? When Ed and Lil owned the house, this was their living room. Their dining room was in the parlor over there. Their couch was here. Their chair was there. The TV was against the wall right there. They were in here watching TV, and all the dishes in the pantry fell to the floor all the time. They'd get up, they'd run in there, they'd check, and it's nothing. It's a residual haunting. Pretty weird. And also, if you look at the glass doors, you have to turn the doorknob to open them. All right, so come on in here. This is the butler's pantry. The dumbwaiter starts, well, it doesn't start, but it's right here. Okay, it's shut because the cold air comes up. The copper sink is original. All the woodwork in here is original. There's the doors right here. Pretty cool. This one here is the sweatshirts are keeping this one open. We're trying. But, okay. Yeah, but everything, the floors are original, the latches, the handles, all original. This is my favorite room in the house. I love this room.
This is so cool.
I know, right?
I want this in my house.
I do too. Just hit the button. Right? So this is the cook's pantry. That's the butler's pantry. This is the cook pantry. These are her original flour and sugar bins. This one here actually has a barrel in it. It would have been filled with flour. I don't know where the barrel is for that one. This is her pie stone right here for cooking. All original. Everything in here. Here's her dumbwaiter entrance. Like I said, refrigerator's not, Keurig's not. You guys know that. Not original. All right. I'm sorry. And we're back in the kitchen. Right? Everything just goes in a circle on every floor, okay? Kind of. Behind you, sir, on the wall, it's a hole in the wall. Right here's a hole. There used to be a speaking tube. There would have been some sort of a funnel there. It goes to Mr. Pierce's room, so if he needed a cup of tea, he'll call down from his room, bring me a cup of tea, and they'll run up a cup of tea. Kind of like a phone
playground?
system. Yeah. Well, there's like 6 of them in the house that goes around all over the house.
Do they still work if you talked into it? Can you hear it upstairs?
There's tubes and stuff. There's like little plastic tubes coming out the ones upstairs. I wouldn't put my mouth on it because I don't know who put their
No.
mouth on it.
I'm just wondering if people are talking in the kitchen and we're
Can you hear
upstairs,
it?
would we hear them?
I don't think so.
No.
But I know that if you go up into his room and you yell into it, we could hear you.
Okay.
Okay? All right, we're going to go this way. Get ready to go downstairs. This is the ice chest I wanted to show you guys though. This is the original ice chest. It is all original still, the woodwork and everything. The Iceman comes once a week and brings blocks of ice, puts them in there. They put their perishables, their meats, their cheeses, their dairy stuff in there. And at the end of the week, it melts and goes into the water cistern that's downstairs in the basement.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Very efficient.
That's very
You'll notice
William
that-
Gillette.
look at the hinges,
Yeah.
all of this is original to the house, and you'll notice it on all the doors. The doorknobs are all original. The glass is all original here. All right, we're going down into the freezing cold basement. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
And you guys are the ones going down there tonight.
Oh, I'm probably gonna be sitting in there in the dark. Let's do it.
All right. Cameras, I'll show you some pictures.
The red light really brings some ambiance.
I like that, huh?
I've lost your husband to a basement.
Oh, we put chairs down here last night, see?
Oh, perfect.
We're ready for you. Just trying to get the first picture pulled up. All right. All right, this is the basement. As you can see, this is the summer kitchen. This is where Lillian actually found the bone in here. This is called a kiln. There used to be 3 sinks right here, but we had to take them out to put the French drains that go underneath here. There's piping and stones, you know what those are. And that's what this stuff is for, too, for the water. But this is the kiln right here where she found the bone. It was filled with ashes, but they used to start a fire, and then they put a little pan here, put water in it, cook, clean, do whatever they do in there. A lot of people have brought offerings. There's jewelry, there's stones, there's notes and stuff like that for the person that they found in here, the pelvic bone that they found in here. When we legally opened up, like I said, back in August of 2022, I came every day to let the guys for the French drains in the basement door at 7:30 in the morning, and then I left. And I came back at 3 o'clock and let them out. On that Friday, I come in, I let them in, I go to leave, and Doreen, who sits over here on that porch right there to have her cigarette every morning at 7:30, she calls me. Did you see her over there? Yeah, we were young.
Yeah.
I got straight. She says, Mary, come here, I gotta show you something. I'm like, what is it? She said, not even 5 minutes before you got here, I took this picture from her porch in this window right here, and she got the floating lady. Can you see her?
Oh, wow, yeah,
Yep.
that's crazy.
Yep.
Oh,
She's in that window right there. This is 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, that is crazy.
Isn't it crazy? And if you see the medallion's halfway up the window, and her knees are bent, so she is levitating up off the floor.
Wow.
All right. So we do know that her name is Bridget. We kind of got tired of saying "Hey, lady in white." So we're like, "What's your name?" And over our recorder, over our spirit box, it said, "I'm Bridget." I'm like, matter of fact, we're like, "Okay, you're Bridget," so we know her name is Bridget. Also in this room, when we open up legally again, I'll say, we invited Ed and Lil back. Ed and Lil, the previous owners, when they were scared out, we invited them to come back and do a tour. We sold 35 tickets. Everybody was so excited. We're all done with the tour and everybody's leaving, and some lady says to me, "Can I go downstairs and take some pictures?" There was too many people, I couldn't get pictures. I said, "You have until the 34th person walks out this door." She came down, she wasn't even down here a minute, and she's running around taking pictures. She leaves with everybody else, and 9 o'clock that night, Rob Conti messaged me, and he's like, "How many short people are in the tour?" I'm like, "I think I was the shortest." He's like, "Well, who's this?" Some lady sent it to me. She said she took pictures in the basement. This picture, kind of like almost where you're standing. She was in the other room facing this way, and she got this guy.
Oh.
We know his name is
Oh.
Stanley.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
not
not even a shadowy figure.
Yeah.
His name is Stanley.
Oh, what?
We found out. Did you guys ever hear of Brandy Wells? She's a psychic medium from
That
Keene,
is-
New
The
Hampshire.
name's familiar.
Yeah, she was here. This was in November December, we were having a birthday party. We're all in the kitchen. And she says, open up the door, somebody wants to come upstairs. I'm like, no, we're all here. There's 14 of us. She goes, I'm telling you right now, there's a man on the stairs who wants to come up. And I'm like, no, don't open that door. I know ghosts walk through walls, but don't open that door. And she says, his name is Stanley, and he was conjured up by somebody. I'm like, oh, okay. Whatever, we know he's Stanley, whatever, okay. I found out later on that he's a tunnel worker. We do have a tunnel in the house that goes from here to our factory, but it is caved in, sorry. Or I let you guys in there. Brandy said he was conjured up. Somebody brought a Ouija board in, you guys signed that no Ouija boards or nothing like that. Vanessa, me neither. Vanessa Hutchins was here, Hollywood, California. She was doing her thing here with her friend Gigi in August of 2022. It aired in March of 2023. And my family's calling me, you guys allow Ouija boards? I'm like, no. She opened up a Ouija board in this room. Walked away from it, didn't close it, her and a friend. Then they opened it up in the other room over there and walked away from it and didn't close it. So now we have Stanley. Myself, I'd like to send Stanley to her, but she's having a baby and will be kind, because I'm not like that, right? Pretty sad though, huh? So now you have Bridget and Stanley in here, okay, floating around the basement. Let's go this way.
So did the woman who took that picture, did she physically see him?
She did not. No, she just running around taking pictures. Then she was going through, and she was like, "Oh shit, what's that?"
Oh, wow.
And she sent it to us. I'm like, "Oh, okay." All right, that's the dumbwaiter, guys. This is where the dumbwaiter would start. Laundry, whatever, would go upstairs to the nanny's room. All right, right here is the first water cistern. Right here, this holds 2,500 gallons of water, and then there's one up on the third floor that holds 750. Mark Vo, who owned it in 2000, broke the wall down. This would hold their drinking water. This would, whatever they needed back then. It is lead lined, just like the one upstairs, so they're slowly poisoning themselves back then. They didn't realize it. We know now. Okay? Come on this way. Watch your step, guys, okay?
Yeah, got some pretty thick stuff up here.
Do you guys have the SLS camera?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you guys have the SLS camera?
Yeah, we have a couple of apps, yeah.
Oh,
for
good.
it, so.
Perfect. Then I'm going to tell you a
You
story.
catching things in here?
Yeah. All right.
Perfect.
This is the kitchen stairs right here. Goes up into the kitchen. This is where Stanley was. Right here, see the hook up there in the ceiling? See the drain right down here? The cattle farm is right behind us in the playground. Oh, you're a vegetarian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
Sure,
Is it obvious?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you gotta eat,
Womp
people.
womp.
You gotta
I
eat,
get it.
right? All right, come on this way.
Are you
I'm sorry. I should have warned you.
Those damn cow ghosts.
Right?
I'll connect with the cow ghosts.
Maybe you'll hear a moo or something, you know?
Oh, maybe they'll
Maybe.
like recognize a kindred spirit of a herbivore.
That you don't
Another
need
cow.
I wouldn't need you, yeah. Say
Yeah,
that.
what do you do? It's okay. You're safe with me.
Okay,
Little cows.
perfect.
Anyway.
All right, guys, this is the gardener's room. All right? Did you guys ever hear of Lizzie Borden? I'm sure you have.
We were
Yes.
in
Yeah, we see it
You already
there.
went there?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
three of us went there.
Just now? Recently?
Last summer?
Yeah,
Last fall?
this year.
Oh, okay.
Within
Within
the
the
year. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yep.
great.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That was our first one.
Yeah, it was,
like,
uh,
I didn't go to ghosting.
All right.
A
All
little
right.
underwhelming.
All right. Well, I had people, a paranormal team, called me about 7 years ago. Brand new team. They were all excited. They said, "Could we come investigate your house?" I'm like, "Of course you can." When you investigate here, at that time, you got the house from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. I said, "I'll meet you at the house on that certain date." An hour and a half late. I'm in the house waiting for them. They finally show up, so I gave the tour just like I'm giving you guys right now. Done at 8:30. I said, "You guys have the house to yourself. I'll see you at 1 o'clock." I use this to stay in the kitchen, whatever. And 15 minutes later, they came downstairs. They said, "We're done." But yeah, we don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, "Okay, I'm not giving you your money back." I'm like, "Nope, nope, nope." So they packed up their equipment. Great. I shut the house up. I'm sitting outside where we're parked over there, and my phone bings. They got this picture in this room. See how high these pipes are right here and how high the window is? I'll start with this guy this time. You see him standing right here? Here's his face. Here's his arm. He's like
Oh,
reaching
no.
like that. Yeah,
that's
he's
wild.
creepy. That's David. He is the gardener, so you'll want to talk to David. Is your name David?
Yeah.
Sorry. Alright, you'll get along. He doesn't have any hair though.
Oh, I
Alright,
got
do you
enough
see him
of
right
it.
here? There's his arm right here.
Crazy.
He's
Hey, my dad's name is David. He's a gardener.
Green lights.
There you go.
Oh, we had green lights. Yeah. So. All right, let's go this way, guys. This is the tunnel entrance right here. You know it's caved in and it's all shut up, so I wish I could show you guys, but I can't. But this is where the tunnel entrance would have been. And it goes right underneath. Here's some front stairs that go across the street to his factory. That's his factory over there. All right. Definitely want to try your SLS camera down in the basement. Probably, I don't know, a year and a half ago, a married couple came. They wanted to investigate by themselves. I'm like, great. Whatever, they handed me the SLS camera. They were on the other side, and I don't do the basement. I don't like the basement. I hate the basement. Too much happens to me down here. Walking around with the SLS camera, and I know they're over there, and I get to right here, and I'm facing the wall right there. And I'm like, oh, there's a stick figure. And they said, oh, just keep filming, Mary. And I'm like, okay. So I'm filming, and then all of a sudden another stick figure shows up. I'm like, oh, there's two. And they're yelling at me, keep filming. Like, okay. It's a 5-minute film, but I'm only going to show you guys about 15 seconds. Because all of a sudden one of them disappears, and it jumps on the other one, and I started filming ghost porn. Oh my God. On that table right there. I'm like, oh my God, they're doing the nasty.
Wow.
And Carissa comes over and she's like, are you in a relationship? You hear it all on the video. I'll show it to you guys after we're done. It's hysterical. So I film ghost porn.
There's a market for everything.
A market? I sat here for 5 minutes. I got embarrassed. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Just shut it off. But there is a good thing. When we die, we know there's hope for us in the afterlife.
I guess there's something to
There's
do.
something to do.
Someone to do
Someone
something
to do. Exactly.
And somewhere to do it.
Huge basement.
Yeah, this is like huge.
That's where cats go.
This is much bigger than
We do have a ghost cat.
Mr. Gordon's, that's for sure.
That's what I love to hear.
P-U-R-D-D-Y.
Purdy.
Oh, that's cute.
Aw.
We went to the
Pussy
USA
cat.
sale.
Well, this is very flimsy. Careful for that handrail.
Oh. No, the cat we have seen, we have heard her.
Okay.
Yeah, she peed me out. I think it's a she.
Oh.
I'm just going to shut the light up and shut this door because it's cold. Yeah, we have Purdy.
Purdy.
All right, we're going upstairs. Fun. Yeah. Let's go. All right, come on up. We didn't have luck with this dog. And people are like, oh, it's vibration. No, it's not. It'll stay here for a week, and then all of a sudden it rocks and bounces down the stairs.
Yeah, they had a ball fall in the video I sent too.
Come on in.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, fuzzy walls? Fuzzy walls.
Is it fuzzy? Fuzzy in here too? Yeah.
I had somebody, a YouTube guy come in, whatever, he did a whole hour of just touching all the walls, because all you see is his hand, and hear his voice, and he's describing, there's a market for anything.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a Bigfoot hunter, and he's feeling our walls.
Well, it feels like Bigfoot. It's fuzzy.
Right.
Trying to branch out.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Gotcha.
I need more furry content.
Yeah.
You guys are in room 5 right now, okay? This is actually the wives' room. When Susan, when she was sick, whatever, this was her bedroom, this is where she passed away. Told you guys she survived 2 weeks after the house was finished, and she died in this room. Met and married his second wife, and he put her in here. They did not share bedrooms back then. His bedroom was across the hall over there. He's actually the only one that has heat. He has the fireplace. If they got cold, it was come on over. We know they did it 3 times because there was 3 boys. We know that. But then eventually we got the heating system, and there's some heat right here, okay? But this was actually their room, like I said. But when Mimi and Ken were doing the house over for like 6 years, they actually are from Salem, Beverly area. She's one of the head witches of Salem, and they're actually both paramedics. They've been driving ambulance for 28 years before he passed away. They'd work their shift down there, and then they come up here. worked 24 hours here, back and forth for 6 years until the house was finished.
How long of a drive is that?
About an hour and 10 minutes, depending on traffic. They usually try to get here like 6, 7 in the morning, and then they leave by 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, unless they spent the night, which they did often.
Yeah.
But this is the room that they slept in. He slept on this side, she slept on that side. And the first night they slept here, the door slammed shut, the doorknobs are rattling, the fan that used to be right there would turn on and off, their equipment's going on the bureau right there. And then something climbs into bed with them from the bottom and starts crawling up. And me and Ken was like, oh shit. She says, it's okay. It's a child. She is psychic. She's one of the witches. And she said, it's a child. It's okay. And he was like, okay, you can stay. Just mind your business. A few months later, she had to work a double on the ambulance, and he came by himself. Worked up here, went to bed. He's laying in bed. Is this crooked? This is crooked. I'll fix it later. Sorry, don't look at that. So
We'll edit that
he's
out.
in here. Okay, he's in here. He's getting ready to fall asleep. He's exhausted. That side of the bed completely depresses down. Something climbed into bed with him. He opens his eyes. He goes, good God, what now? Whatever it was, or whomever it was, climbed into bed with him, and he swears to God that whoever it was started spooning with him, and he liked it. And I'm looking at him, and his Mimi and I are like, right. He says, I'm not lying. I'm serious. I know he's not a liar. But he liked it, and he was hoping it was Ellen. I'm like, okay, the second wife, because that was his favorite spirit. I hope so too. So whoever sleeps in this bed tonight, feel free. Okay. Over here is her water closet. There's a sink in there.
Can I open it?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, that was her water closet. If you were anybody back in the day, you had a sink. I've been here, like I said, for a while. It was a rooming house back in the 50s and 60s. Edward Pierce wasn't a very good businessman, so he had to get rid of the factory, and he opened this up as a rooming house. That's why you see numbers on the doors, okay? It probably got broken back then when it was a rooming house. The sink did. So, yeah. All right, come on this way, guys. I know, it would have been really cool, right? Nice and warm in here. All right. This is room 2. This is Maddie Conwell's room. She was actually the nanny of the house. She was so lucky that she was actually on the same floor as the Pierces, which is very unusual. The nursery is right over here. This was her room. She had a built-in bureau, right? Lucky lady. Below us is the dining room where the fireplace is. So when it was lit in the wintertime, she had heated clothing. Because the fireplace is right behind here. Mrs. Pierce didn't have heated clothing, but she had heated clothing. Weird. Right behind you, there's another speaking tube coming out of the wall. All right? Don't put your mouth on it. That one goes to Mr. Pierce's bedroom. It doesn't go to Mrs. Pierce's bedroom. It goes to his bedroom. Don't know what's going on there. But why would the nanny be calling him instead of her if the babies were crying or whatever? It's kind of odd. Right on the floor right here are 2 bolts. These 2 bolts right here. When the water cistern up on the 3rd floor fills up with water, butler comes in, turns those 2 bolts, and it drains down through the house, goes into the one in the basement. When it's empty, he tightens it back up again so it can fill up with water again. This is the dumbwaiter. It is now closed up because the fire department said to close it up. If there was ever a fire, it would shoot through the house and burn the house down, which we understand. But it is closed up, but I want you guys to have fun tonight and stand in here. Probably about 30 years ago when the house was empty in the 80s and the 90s, the neighborhood kids were breaking in. They were breaking in, they were playing hide and seek. One time a little boy was hiding in the closet, and he's all set, he thinks he has a great spot, and he hears his friend, that's it. 7, 8, 9, 10, here I come. He opens it a little bit, and he sees her running by and goes to the 3rd floor. He's like, oh my God, I got a good spot. Something grabbed his shoulders, yelled in his ear, get out, and pushed him out the door. He ran out, back down in the basement, climbed out the window. I showed you guys Bridget floating in, and he went home, and he lives 3 houses down on the left-hand side over there. That was my nephew Trevor. My sister was a single mom back then, 30 years ago. My nephew was breaking into houses, and well, this house that I know of, probably more knowing Trevor. But yeah, I've asked him over and over, come in here. These people want to talk to you. Ghost hunters, ghost adventures, all these paranormal people, YouTubers, whatever, they all want to talk to you. He said, no way, Auntie. I'll never step foot in that house again. He went to Iraq and back, and he was shot in Iraq, and he still will not come into this house. It scared him so much. He's 39 years old. You know, come on, that was 31 years ago. Get over it. But he won't come in here ever again. So go in this closet, please. All right, see if something happens. No?
That's
Oh,
that's his job.
okay.
Everyone's got a designated job here.
Oh, you're all right. I was
That
going
one's
this way.
not mine.
Spend an hour.
Right, come on in. I told you guys, Edwin, the previous owner, worked from home. This was his office. It was the nursery at the time. Right there is a sink, because we know babies are messy, right? They need a sink. It is still working. We had to shut it off for the winter for frozen pipes, whatever, but it does still work. But when he worked from home, he worked with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and this was his office. This bed was actually coming out this way. His desk was right there. He worked here. He could see out the window and look for the car. They had 2 little white dogs, like this one, Casper and Wendy, and they were standing kind of like where you are. They're on the floor, they're laying down, and they're on their backs, and they're going like this, and he's watching them, and all of a sudden he sees their skin moving. Something was rubbing their bellies, and he was like, oh my God, Marion, that was so cool. A couple months later, he's in here working away, and an apparition of a man. This man came up out of the floor, darted at him, and then dropped back down into the floor. And he was like, that's not cool. He goes down to the kitchen, he tells his wife Lillian what happened, and she didn't believe him. She said, I don't believe you. Go across the street to the pizza place that's over there and get our dinner. Their friend Chris owned it at the time. He goes over there and tells Chris what happened. Apparition of a man came up out of the floor, scraggly hair, white shirt, blue overalls, and Chris said, you're kidding me. Half hour ago, a man died of a heart attack on my pizza place floor. Scraggly hair, white shirt, blue overalls. He died over there, came up out of the floor here, scared the shit out of Edwin, and then disappeared. The next day, Edwin drew what he saw, and this is the man that he did see. He brought it over to Chris the next day, and he said, Chris, this is the man that came up out of my floor. And he said, that's the man that died at my pizza place yesterday.
That's crazy.
Creepy. Ugly. Okay. Let's go this way. This is the servant staircase. You guys can go down that way if you want. These bathrooms do work. That one and this one does work. This one's attached to the master bedroom. This one's attached, so if you have that bedroom, you'll have your own bathroom.
Nice.
Claim it now. You guys ready to say I got it?
Yes. It's all mine.
It's yours.
Mine.
If you can have it. All right. This is the only original piece of furniture in the house. This is Ellen Pierce's safe, the second wife. If you guys ever seen one of these, it's heavy.
Oh, wow.
When Ed and Lil bought the house, they did not want this, so they actually sold it. And then we couldn't get it out of here, so we had to give the money back. It's gotta weigh a couple thousand pounds because it's steel or something. I don't know what it is. Iron, I would assume. Don't know how they got it in here, but this was Ellen Pierce's safe. Kenny sat here for 2 hours with his stethoscope, and he figured out the combination of the safe. So we do have it. It's a 4-letter word, because these are letters. These are not numbers.
That's cool.
So we do have the combination to the safe. Also, when Mr. Pierce passed away in 1888, he left everything to Ellen. Back in the 1800s, women were nothing. It was all about the men back then. So his son Frank, her stepson, was so angry that he actually took her to court and he sued her. He sued her for the factory, the house, all the money, and he wanted custody of both of his half-brothers. Took 2 years. He was nasty in court. In the end of 2 years, she won everything and he lost. He was livid. Good for her. Yay, women, right?
Exactly.
Right? And then when she passed away in 1902, she did leave everything to Frank Stewart and Edward, the boys, with the stipulation that her brother would be power of attorney and he would decide when each boy gets the money. Again, Frank was so mad. 2 weeks after she died, her brother mysteriously died. His death certificate says mysterious death, no idea how, but Frank ended up with everything anyway. Didn't seem like a nice guy. Did you guys watch the Sam and Colby video? It just dropped the other day.
Yes.
They picked up a lot on this, right?
Yeah. The 3 psychics.
Huh?
The one with 3 psychics.
Yes, yeah. We just went to actually New York City.
Oh no
Where
way.
all of us got in the car and drove to New York City to see the up on the billboards.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a long day.
Oh, I believe
4.5
it.
hours to get there, 45 minutes to wait for it to go by, and we're back in the car and
Back in
go
the
home.
car.
But it was worth it. It was fun.
It's awesome.
You want to hear this?
Yes.
The record is horrible. I don't know why this owner likes this record, but it's horrible. I can switch the records out. Sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks, doesn't it?
Yeah, can you change the speed? Probably not.
I don't know, but this is your volume. It's horrible. I'll change the record. We just won't tell John.
It sounds like an old
Sounds like
a loony.
Snow White.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
all right, all
Yeah.
right. When you guys are on your own tonight, look above the doorways. That's going to tell you which room you're going into on this floor. Ellen's, Maddie's. We're heading into Mr. Pierce's, and that's Eno's room. Come on this way. I thought I just heard a little girl. Did you say something out in the hallway?
No.
Did you hear? It was right by you.
I didn't hear it,
There
no.
was like a right here when you walked in.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Maybe you got it on your camera.
Maybe, I'll check it after.
I'm recording audio, so I'll check it after too.
I was like, ah. All right. Anyway,
Fine.
sorry. This is Mr. Pierce's bedroom. Below us is his parlor, his bedroom, and his billiards room upstairs. Everything faces his factory, so we keep an eye on the help, whatever, all the time. That room right there is our office right now, but that was his office too. The speaking tube's right behind you on the wall. One goes to the kitchen, and one goes to Maddie's room. Like I said, I can't specify that. Don't put your mouth on it. Yell into it, okay? Feel free to do that. All right? He's got the fireplace right here. Little secret apartment over here. Got some booze in it for Eno, which is next door. This is the room that Edwin and Lillian, this is the reason that they left the house scared in 2011. She's in here taking a nap. All of a sudden she starts screaming, "Get her off me, get her off me." He comes running into the bathroom. He sees her and something is shoving her into the bed. He comes running over and he says he tried to pick her up and he's like, "Marion, she weighed like 500 pounds, but she's a small woman like you are." And he couldn't lift her, so he had to take blankets and he had to pull her. And then he drug her over there and he was like looking at her and she says, "I don't want to do this anymore. I want out." He said, "We're leaving tomorrow." They went to bed that night. He's sleeping over there. She's over here. He wakes up to hearing a woman crying. He thinks it's her and he reaches over and she's sleeping. He opens his eyes, kind of like where you are, in that window, the lady in white, levitating, Bridget, levitating, looking out the window with her hands over her face. Her gown is ripped open in the back and she's crying. He reaches over to her and says, "Let's go, we're out." Got a U-Haul truck that's right down the street over here. Packed up their bedroom set, their living room set, and the twin beds that used to be in the other room. Called me at 11 o'clock and they said, "Can you please come up here? We need you." I come up, I live in Westminster, I'm coming around the corner, and I'm like, "What's with the U-Haul truck?" And I'm like, "We can't do it anymore, we're out." And I was like, "When are you coming back?" And they didn't know, they had no idea when they were coming back. They gave me the key and they said, "Can you please take care of my home?" I said, "All right, you know, when you coming back?" There's no idea. They were gone for 4 years. 4 years. I was sneaking in investigations, I was sneaking in tours, because they still had to pay for their mortgage, their taxes, their homeowners, they still had to pay that. And I, illegally doing that, and delete that, but anyway. Yeah, after 4 years, they called in and they said, "Marion, can you please put the house on the market for us?" I'm like, "Sure." So I got a hold of my friend Brenda, put the house on the market. A few months later, the people that just sold it, this is in 2015, they bought it sight unseen. Only saw it on the computer, online, came up here, they were like, "Oh my God, I love this house," the day of the signing. The day of the signing was the first time they saw their home. No idea all the work that it needed to have done. Put close to $1 million into it, with everything that they had to put in here, right? It just sold for $1 million. Yeah. So yeah, that happened in here. Also in this room, when Lillian was downstairs one time cutting some wood with a hatchet, she was actually going to make a bundle of wood, bring it out where a park, there used to be a fire pit there, we're going to have a fire. She cuts the wood, brings it out there, and she comes back in to cut some more wood and her hatchet's missing. Of course she comes up and she starts screaming and yelling, "Edwin, what'd you do with my hatchet?" And he's like, "I don't have your hatchet." 1 year later, she's making the bed, she looks this way, and right here on the floor, her hatchet's standing on its head. I'm right? Crazy, crazy. All right, let's go this way. All right, that. 1963, Sari burnt to death in this room. He did not spontaneously combust. He was a smoker and he was a drinker. He was actually from Finland. He became an American citizen. He fought for our country in World War II. He went over there and he fought for our country and he was injured. He ended up coming back with a plate in his head. He ended up going to the Gardner State Hospital for a little while, and then he came here and he started renting the room out from Edward. He was here for quite a while. He was also an auto mechanic. He worked down the street. He was working on April 9th, 1963, and he spilled accelerant on himself. So his great-great-niece told us. Came home from work, started drinking and smoking, laying in bed, and he fell asleep and he burned to death, which is pretty sad. Over here we have a piece of wood that the people that did the roof over found it right above right here, which shows us that the fire was on this side of the bed. Offerings. People bring so many offerings. I think this straw's full. No, this straw's full.
Oh my god.
Oh, the cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
Oh,
Oh my
cigarettes, mints, pot.
Shots.
People brought joints for him, all kinds of shots. Somebody made limoncello, somebody made him some moonshine.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
everything in here. I had a bunch of teenagers in here about 2 months ago, so we had to get rid of most of it. Great. Yeah, so people bring him offerings from next door. If you want to go to the package store across the street, get him a little nip, he'd probably love you for it. All right? Just gonna plug this. He was a vet. The owner's now. All the money that was all stuffed in the stuff over here, we started putting it in here, and oh my God, we've already come up with $150. If you want to donate $1 or whatever, it goes to the vets in Eno's name. Okay? I know, right? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
When the babies left the nursery, they came in here. This was the toddler's room. The reason we have a sink right there. All right? Also, see these things right here? Eno actually made these for his nieces. His niece is one of my good friends, and yeah, he did this for his. He did with copper. I don't know if you guys ever seen
I've
this.
done that with copper.
Yep. He made this, and he also made this one right here for his niece Judy.
Oh, very
Use
cool.
these as trigger objects tonight, okay? And use the nips. All right. He'll probably talk to you and whatever, okay? All right. Let's go to the third floor.
So is everyone else. So we're all artists, right?
I still smell pasta from yesterday.
Is it pasta?
Pasta, yeah, they want a mystery.
Oh, okay.
When we serve pasta, I can still smell pasta.
That's awesome.
Can you smell it now?
Yeah, he said they will
A little bit.
Yeah.
Cool room.
This is the servants' floor. He had 22 servants at a time working for him. They were in this room. We know Maddie was downstairs, right? We know David was in the basement. Susan and Sarah were over here. William was over there. These hooks right here went all the way down, and they would hang sheets up to separate the men from the women. And then during the day, they would hang laundry up. Open up the windows, it would dry. This is the water system right here. Everything is still original from the 1800s. The ropes, the chains, it's still levitating off the floor. When he built the house up in the attic, go ahead, look at it. When he built the house up in the attic, he put water troughs along the edges in the attic, and he put pipes out with a little funnel. And when it rained, the water went down the funnel, down the pipes. They gravitated this way, filled this up with water, turned the bolts downstairs. This drains down into the basement. Yeah, they had running water in the 1800s.
Wow.
Pretty cool, right? Yeah.
Very innovative.
He was a smart man.
Yeah.
He's like Disney.
Yeah.
Smart, ahead of his time. All right, I'm just gonna shut it. Just feel free to sleep up here if you guys want. Mm-hmm. There's a couple beds right here if you need them. All right. All right, come over here.
That was like the same exact comforter that I had on my bed growing up too. That's my yeah. That's my bed.
Alright, come on in, guys. This is room 8. This is Susan and Sarah's room. They're the head servants of the house. They were 16 years old and they were taking care of the 20 servants. The butler was in the other room and he took care of them. You know, but yeah, imagine being 16 years old and being in charge of all those servants. Susan actually ended up pregnant at one time by somebody of wealth and stature in the house, and then she disappeared, gone. What did we find in the basement? 16-year-old, yes. If you watched the YouTube, you said you watched it?
Yes.
Yeah, they said that they, the bones did belong to Susan down there. When we were doing all the investigating, I hope you guys do it tonight too in here, we always ask Susan, who did this to you? And she says, Frank did it. Frank got her pregnant, money, and he was probably because you couldn't have that happen, a scandal. His wife probably didn't like it, so got rid of her.
Is that the same Frank that potentially killed the other guy? Oh.
Yeah,
He's a bad dude.
we'll talk to him tonight and tell him that.
Oh. I was just gonna say, is he here?
Yes, he's here.
Okay.
Perfect.
He'll talk to you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I really did.
But they also got rid of Sarah because she's gone too. She was a witness to it all. She knew that her roommate was probably pregnant. But Kenny, that did the renovations, wrote a book about the house. It's downstairs in the parlor. Feel free to look at it. It's all genealogy. It's nothing spooky. It's all about the Pierces. Mr. Pierce's family overseas, when they came over here, when he built the house. He also went to every registry of deeds in this area, and he found everybody that worked here, servants, family, whatever. He found everybody with Susan and Sarah. No death certificates or anything on them.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty sad.
Suspicious.
Yeah, I know in this room, when we investigate, the door's shut, we'll hear women out here talking. If we're out there, the door slams shut, and we're in here, there are women in here talking. Just to let you know, that's the most comfortable bed in the house. Please feel free. That's from my house. I sold it to the house. Mattress is only like 5 years old. My grandchildren are the only ones that slept in, so this is the most comfortable bed. Okay? Yeah, good to know you want it.
Good sleep, shoot the shit with all the liddies, and great night.
Okay, this is room 9. This is the billiards room. This was his pool table room. This is where they held all the Freemasons meetings. This is a picture of the original pool table. The one that got stolen in the auction. The South Garden historian sent this to me so I could put it out here for you guys to see. This is also where he held his Freemasons meetings. You guys know what Freemasons are, right? You've heard of that.
Yeah.
Big secret society. You can't know anything or they'll kill you, whatever. But they held it all in here. You guys believe in psychics? Yeah? I believe in psychics. I bet you 400 to 500 psychics have come through here since I've been here in 14 years. I'm sorry, that's my phone. In 14 years, most of them get to that doorway and they come and they're like, what the hell happened in this room? They come in, they get over here to this closet, which is called the rape closet, which I want you guys to definitely utilize tonight. They get over to the closet. I had a couple of them this past June pass out. 2 of them had to go to the bathroom and throw up. They're like, oh my God, this is the rape room. This is where they weren't very nice to women back then. We all know that happened. We know molestation. We know rape happened back then. It still happens now. But yeah, when we do investigations and stuff, I'm downstairs with everybody. I'm like, where do you guys want to start? 3rd floor closet. They all come running up here, and this is where they all start. I can't believe we put a bed in here. That they have us setting it up in here. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't like it. But people sleep in here. Alright, so feel free to use this bedroom too, okay?
My little first thought when I walked in here was, wow, I don't want to sleep in this room.
I wouldn't want to sleep in this room either.
No.
Did you guys do the Estes method and stuff? Try the Estes?
How we might.
Yeah.
We have a box, yeah.
Yeah.
Do it in here, okay?
Yeah.
You'll get some stuff that's
Yeah.
disgusting. And yeah. When I did it last time, I was back to back with somebody, probably about a month ago with some team. I kept getting all kinds of nasty rape and horrible stuff, and she's getting screaming. She's getting, I mean, we couldn't hear each other, but yeah, so please try this closet, okay? Hopefully you get some good stuff. All right, one more room and then it's upstairs. That's William's room. He was a butler, not much happened in there, but he was right in here. This is the tower. See your flashlights go up or on your phone or whatever, got it up.
Gotta shut my recorder.
There you go. I'm not coming up. No, go ahead. It's a beautiful, you're gonna love it. I hope the moon's out, because there is no moon.
Oh, wow.
I know, see? Oh, wow, see?
That's curious.
I know.
That's some like crap
so
music right there.
cool.
Yeah,
Right?
this is wild.
Like this one.
Be careful.
Oh my goodness. I wish this was.
Ooh, got very cold.
I wish this were one of the bedrooms.
Yeah, right.
Well, for a sleeping bag, so if you want. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
you're so
you could
right.
actually, yeah.
Oh, is it?
You could sleep up here if you want.
And it's actually not that cold out today, so it's not bad up here.
Yeah, it could be so much
Look
worse,
at
yeah.
That's crazy.
This is so cool.
I love how it's just like in the middle of the town.
Yeah.
I
That's
know.
like insane.
It's, yeah, literally just downtown.
Okay guys, that's
Very
the end
cool.
of your tour.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
This is something else.
I
I
know,
know.
right?
I'm even watching the videos online. It's like it just does not grasp how big this house
How
is.
big it is, the high ceilings, just
Yeah.
like all the vast
Seriously.
history you described.
Yeah.
is amazing.
I do know that a woman committed suicide in this bathtub right here. A few psychics picked it up. They're seeing a lot of blood and stuff.
Yep.
I know, God, probably 8 years ago, I was here and the cameraman, there used to be a wall that divided this room for when it was a rooming house, but we took the wall down when we redid the house. Cameraman and an investigator went in there, and then a cameraman and an investigator were going in here. The two that went in there first started bullying and not being very kind, so please don't bully tonight. The poor cameraman that was walking by here got picked up and dropped down the stairs. I was downstairs and I heard bang, 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 and I came running up, and he's half on the floor and half on the stairs, and I'm like, what the happened? And this man says, I was bullying. This poor innocent man got picked up and thrown over the railing. You see his camera at the time, this is like 8, 9 years ago, we took a little card out, put it in the computer. You see the wall, it was white, and then you see the camera drop like this, you see the stairs, and then it's broken. I talked to John Kappas quite a bit, that was his name, the one that fell or whatever, picked up and thrown over. He just passed away this past year, heart attack, very sad. But after that day, he quit paranormal. He moved out of the state and he moved to Pennsylvania. Got married and was happily away from here.
Yeah.
After something like that, that's the same day I saw the floating head downstairs. So,
So there's like poltergeists around here then that will
if you're mean to
manipulate
them,
things.
I wouldn't want my child to be, or my grandchild to be bullied. I
Yeah.
truly would, I probably would retaliate. Just like I'm sure you guys would too if somebody was bullying somebody you loved. Yeah.
That's
So,
wild.
alright. You're good to go, peoples?
Awesome.
All right. Awesome.
Did you guys get